The ice-cold water hits like a sledgehammer. Splash. Private Sarah Chen gasps, water flooding her nose, her mouth. Can't breathe, can't see. Colonel Marcus Bradley holding the empty bucket, grinning. The entire platoon watching, some laughing, some frozen in shock. That's what happens when you think you're special. Chen. Sarah stands there, soaked, water dripping from her uniform, her whole body shaking from the cold, but she doesn't move, doesn't wipe her face, stands at perfect attention. Bradley circles her like a predator. You thought you could show me up in combat training, a little girl like you. Still no response. Sarah's eyes locked forward, water still streaming down her face. Bradley gets closer, his breath hot on her face. What's wrong, Chen? Cat got your tongue? Or are you about to cry? Sarah's voice cuts through the air, clear, strong. Permission to speak, sir. Denied. You'll speak when but Sarah's already moving. She drops. Push-up position. Perfect form. 1, sir. Up, down. 2, sir. Bradley confused. I didn't tell you to. 3, sir. The platoon watching. Nobody's laughing now. 4, sir. Stop. I said stop, but Sarah continues. Faster now. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. Water still dripping from her, creating puddles, her arms shaking, but she doesn't stop. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. Bradley grabs another bucket, dumps it on her. Splash. Sarah doesn't stop, doesn't even pause. 11, sir. 12, sir. The platoon starts murmuring. Someone whispers, holy shit, she's not stopping. 13, sir. 14, sir. A black SUV pulls up. Door opens. General Rebecca Morrison steps out. 2 stars. Base commander. She sees the crowd, pushes through. Sees Sarah, still doing push-ups, soaked, shaking. 51, 52. Morrison's eyes narrow, turns to Bradley. Colonel. My office. Now. Ma'am, this private town now. Colonel. Bradley hesitates, looks at Sarah. 57, 58. Morrison raises her voice. Private Chen. Stop. Sarah stops, mid-push-up, holds position. Up. Sarah stands, snaps to attention. Water still dripping. Morrison approaches, studies her. You're the one from Kabul. Statement, not question. Sarah's eyes flicker, just for a second. Yes, ma'am. The crowd goes quiet, everyone listening. Morrison turns to the crowd. Does anyone here know what happened in Kabul 4 months ago? Silence. Private Chen. Tell them, ma'am, I'd rather know that's an order. Private. 4 months ago. Kabul International Airport. Chaos. Evacuation falling apart. Taliban closing in. Sarah wasn't Sarah then. She was Sergeant Michelle Torres, Air Force Pararescue. But that's classified. Thousands of civilians, desperate, crushing against the gates. Then the explosion. Suicide bomber. South Gate. 13 service members killed instantly. Dozens wounded. Sarah was 500 meters away. Sprinted toward the blast. Bodies everywhere. Screaming. Blood. She didn't hesitate. First wounded. Marine. Leg gone. Tourniquet. Stopped the bleeding. Second. Army specialist. Chest wound. Sucking. Sealed it. Third. Another Marine. Head trauma. Kept airway clear, but more bombs coming. Intelligence chatter. 3 more bombers. Approaching South Gate. Everyone ordered to fall back. Sarah didn't fall back. She saw them. 3 men. Walking wrong. Too careful. Suicide vests visible. No time for backup. No time for anything. She grabbed an abandoned rifle. 3 shots. 3 headshots. 50 meters. Iron sights. All 3 down before detonation. Saved hundreds. But there was more. Taliban fighters, rushing the breach. Sarah held them, alone. 12 minutes. 17 confirmed kills. With a rifle she'd never trained on. Kept shooting while dragging wounded to safety. When backup arrived, she had saved 23 lives. But the report was classified. Her identity protected. Enemies wanted her dead. So Michelle Torres died on paper. Sarah Chen was born. Sent to basic training. Hidden in plain sight. Morrison finishes the story. The crowd dead silent. Bradley's face wide. That's impossible. She's just a recruit. Morrison cuts him off. She's a decorated special operations operator, more combat experience than half this base combined. She turns to Sarah. Why didn't you identify yourself when Colonel Bradley orders? Ma'am, maintain cover at all costs. Even when he humiliated you? Sarah's eyes hard, especially then. ma'am. Morrison nods, turns to Bradley. You poured water on a hero, Colonel. A soldier who saved more lives in 12 minutes than you have in 20 years. Bradley stammering. I didn't know a number. You didn't, because you didn't care to know. You saw a young female recruit and decided to make an example. Sarah raises her hand. Permission to speak, ma'am. Granted. Colonel Bradley was testing my resolve. That's his job. Morrison surprised. You're defending him? No, ma'am, but I have a proposition. Go on. Sarah turns to Bradley. Combat fitness test, sir. You and me, right now. Gasps from the crowd. Bradley laughs. Nervous. That's ridiculous. I'm not competing with a scared. Sir? The crowd murmurs. Bradley's face red. I'm a colonel. I don't need to prove you, then you forfeit. More murmurs. Louder. Morrison interjects. Private Chen, you're out of line. Ma'am, the colonel believes female recruits are weak. I'd like to change his mind. Morrison considers, then smiles. Colonel Bradley, do you accept? Bradley trapped. Everyone watching. This is inappropriate. A yes or a no. Colonel, he looks at Sarah. Soaked, exhausted from 60 push-ups. Fine, but when I win you won't. 10 minutes later, PT field. The entire base watching. Word spread like wildfire. Combat fitness test. 3 events. Event 1. Ammunition can lifts. 30 pounds. Overhead. 2 minutes. Bradley goes first. Strong. Experienced. Final count. 43. Good score. He's smirking. Sarah's turn. She starts fast. Too fast, Bradley thinks, but she doesn't slow down. 30, 40, 50. Still going. 60, 70. Final count. 87. Bradley's jaw drops. Event 2. Maneuver under fire. Sprint. Drag. Carry. Crawl. Bradley's time. 3:47. Respectable. Sarah explodes off the line, moving like lightning. The casualty drag that takes most people 40 seconds, she does it in 20. Final time. 2:58. Base record. The crowd going crazy. Event 3. 2-mile run. Bradley's struggling now. Embarrassed. Angry, but he's still confident. He's run every day for 20 years. They start together. First lap. Bradley leading. Second lap. Still leading. Third lap. Sarah passes him. Bradley pushes harder. Can't match her pace. Fourth lap. She's 30 meters ahead. Fifth lap. 50 meters. Sixth lap. She's lapping him. The crowd chanting. Chen, Chen, Chen. Final lap. Sarah stops, turns around, runs backward, still faster than Bradley running forward, crosses the finish line backward. Time, 11:47. Bradley stumbles across, 14:23. Collapses, gasping. Sarah helps Bradley up. He pushes her away, humiliated. Morrison approaches. Colonel Bradley, you've been beaten, fairly, thoroughly. Bradley can't speak, still gasping. Private Chen, outstanding performance. Thank you, ma'am. Morrison turns to the crowd. Let this be a lesson. Never judge a soldier by appearance, by gender, by rank. She looks at Bradley. Colonel, you have 2 choices. Apologize publicly, or transfer off my base. Bradley looks at Sarah, at the crowd, at his career crumbling. He straightens, faces Sarah. Private Chen, I apologize. I was wrong. Sarah nods. Apology accepted, sir. But Morrison's not done. There's more. Colonel, effective immediately. You're enrolled in gender sensitivity training. 8 weeks. Bradley's face burns. Yes, ma'am. And Private Chen will be your instructor. What? Sarah surprised too. Morrison smiles. Who better to teach about female capabilities than someone who just destroyed you in every event? A helicopter lands. Unexpected. Door opens. 3 men in suits step out. CIA. Lead agent approaches Morrison. General, we need Sergeant Torres. Morrison confused. Who? Agent points at Sarah. Her. Mission critical. Presidential authority. Shows credentials. Morrison turns to Sarah. You're still active. Sarah nods slightly. Always, ma'am. Agent impatient. Sergeant, we need to go. Now. Sarah turns to Bradley. Colonel, training postponed. National security. Bradley stunned. You're leaving? But you're a recruit. Sarah pulls off her private rank. Underneath, Staff Sergeant stripes. Never was, sir. Turns to the crowd. Remember what you saw today. Not the competition, but the lesson. What lesson? Someone shouts. Sarah smiles. That warriors come in all forms, Never underestimate anyone. She heads to the helicopter. Morrison calls out, "Will you be back?" Sarah turns. "Different name, different face maybe, but I'll be around." "Why do you do it?" "The undercover work," Sarah thinks. "Because the enemy underestimates us too, ma'am. And that's our advantage." Boards the helicopter. As it lifts off, Bradley stands there, soaked in sweat, defeated, but maybe, just maybe, educated. Captain Williams approaches him. "Colonel, you okay?" Bradley watches the helicopter disappear. Williams, "How many female soldiers do we have?" "About 300, sir. I want to meet everyone, learn their stories, their capabilities." Williams surprised. "Sir, I've been a fool." "Captain, time to fix that." 3 weeks later, news breaks. American operator rescues 12 hostages in Syria. No name, no photo, just a silhouette. But the soldiers at the base know. They see Bradley watching the news. He knows too. He's changed, really changed. Leading integrated training now. Male and female together, no discrimination. And sometimes, late at night, he practices push-ups, counting. 61, 62. Still can't match her number. Probably never will. But he keeps trying, because that's what she taught him. Never give up, never underestimate, never assume, and always respect the soldier, not the stereotype.